remember I started working heavily in the industry because I was a mom. I'm still a mom, but I mean I was a new mom then, so I was like really invested because of my background and then my kids. But I realized when I would source candidates for the Senate, no men. I had one guy come in one day, and when I tell you, they were like fighting over this dude. The kids and the employees, they want him so bad, so he got to choose where he went. They were like calling me, where did you get him? You have any more like this? I wish.
So you were doing staffing at that time?
Staffing, yes. So I firsthand saw that because I was over there looking for people. So when I got, years later and I'm here, this is still on my mind. I'm looking all over the internet. I'm finding men that I see that are like in the forefront talking about child care and things like that. I spent a year trying to find men. And Dr. Gunland, I was telling him about how I was hitting the wall with finding men and pinning them down. He said, well, why don't you call Cameron and the guys from the DC Men and ECE? I was like, seriously, all this time you watching me scratch and scrounge and you got them right here in my own backyard.
But we were new at the time.
I know, but still, y'all are here.
We're here and we're trying to make a difference. One of the historical problems is that this is a female-dominated field, and it is low wage and low status.
Let me get you to scoot in
closer.
Just a little bit more. Be in that frame. There we go. Perfect.
So it's low wage and low status, and therefore men are not attracted to the field. And also, women are not going to give up their power. I mean, it is their domain. They, there's not a lot of things women have control over, but the early childhood education and child care is one of them.
That's true.
And so it's low wage, low status. I wrote a book called Child Care Justice where I trace early care and education back to slavery. And so this is considered slave work, watching children.
That's true.
And then secondly, it is slave work and it doesn't pay much. And then men are discriminated against. And so there has been, our goal, our aim is to recruit, develop, retain, and advance men who work in the field. And this is our second annual conference. We're making headway. We're forming partnerships with DC public schools and charter schools, and I see a bright future for us.
Me too.
A bright future.
I guess, everything happens, on God's time. Because, like I said, I spent a year looking for men. And like you said, you guys were new, so that's probably why Dr. Young didn't initially say you guys. But it was like...
But we didn't know we were going to survive,
Right, so I guess my timing was right there. Like I came, when I heard about you guys, I had already knew Cameron. Cameron and I go way back to my workforce development days. So, I don't know why I didn't think of Cameron. You know what I mean? I don't know. But it just so happened that, like you said, how everything came together. And when you came on the show, so guys, Maurice, he came on to the initial episode that we did for the Men at ECE. And I know you know Dr. Robert Gallaudet, you're really close with him. He was so shocked. He called me afterwards, after the show was over, he said, LaToya, how did you get Maurice on the show? I said, I just asked him.
Well, no,
and he
really
said yes.
Well, the thing is that you impressed our folk who are, I have done this work for over 50 years, just like Robert. So we're trying to grow the new leadership. And so they were attracted to you, Cameron and Jamal, and excited about, I was like, I don't want to do no cafe. I don't even know what it is. But anyway, this is for the cause. This is what you do. You show up and you stand up. And if necessary, you act up.
That's right.
But this is all on behalf of children of color and children of poverty. And so it makes a difference. So we thank you for showcasing us and giving us broad exposure.
It's my pleasure, because y'all were everything that I needed and right under my nose. That's what was the kicker about it, because all of the people that I was contacting, they were all out of state. Like I was just kind of looking on Instagram to find out who's pushing that message that aligns with what I push. You know what I mean? Because if you're not aligned with what I'm doing, it don't make sense. So I was just so glad to.
Well, I'm working. When you said you're calling all over the country. So I'm writing a book right now, my third book, and it's called Disrupting the Cradle to Prison Pipeline, Black Men teaching in classroom serving young children. And it chronicles, there are a number of programs across the country. Black Men Teach, the Bond program in Maryland, the Center for the Development of Black Educators, that are committed, and Call Me Mr., which is the original one, 25 years old, that recruit black men to teach and to teach young children. And so the book, in addition to my introductory chapter, will feature these different programs around the country, around 6 of them.
I love that.
Yeah. And so have you talked to the people from the Leading Men Fellowship Program?
No, I think that's probably going to be my 2025
Yeah,
deal.
you should be, yeah. And
that's climbing, y'all.
they're in 6 cities across the country. They recruit men of color 18 to 24 to work in early childhood education.
I love that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
That is my jam, because like I said, with my background in workforce development, that's what gave me a love for business development.
Good.
Because what I realized that my goal was really to get to bring people together, bridge the gap between employers in the city that needed to staff and the residents that needed to work. But what I realized is that the businesses aren't really that developed.
Right.
So they don't have the infrastructure to really do what they need to do to really attract the right candidates. So I had to kind of go in and create things.
Oh, good.
Which obviously gave me who I am today.
Yeah.
But my overarching, the reason I did, it's so funny because I was so busy trying to give people jobs and really build a safe space for not just my children, because when I look at children, everybody mine.
Right, sure.
I tell every kid that's from my house, you
my job.
You go to that door, you mine.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to make sure you're safe. I'm going to feed you all of the above.
Right.
You know. So when I was thinking about a candidate, when I'm screening for candidates, I'm not thinking about, oh, that's their kids.
Right.
I'm thinking about who's going to work with my children.
Your children, yeah.
So I have to have this and this match.
I get you.
I can't, what they hiring, how much they pay.
Right.
Next.
That's the wrong attitude.
Yeah. So I developed a keen eye for, I want to say talent, I want to say for love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't believe
so we should call this a love cafe.
It's a love cafe.
Well, I got to go, but thank you so much.
Thank you for stopping by.
My pleasure.
And thank you for your service. I got to give
you
a salute.
Take care.
All right?
Bye.
And I'm ready for that next book.
All right. It'll be out in a year.
The book signing.
Yep.
All right, now let me see. I got to get somebody else over here. Who's next?
Did you get our king?
No, I'm about to grab him. Is he over there?
Yeah, there he is.
Okay, yeah. My live. Because, they over here mingling. I had to take me a little spot. Let me see. Who is over there? Okay, international. It is. Yes, it is. There's some stars. Hey, y'all. I'm trying to see what y'all doing in here. Enable stars for this live. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Well, anyway, guys, I'm on 2 cameras because that's how we do it. I have commandeered, if you will, the bathroom. I can sit in the middle when nobody's here. I just distribute the cheeks accordingly. So listen, guys, this is so exciting because this is my first time at the DC Men ECE conference, and you know how it is when you plant a seed, you never know what it's going to grow into. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen, but the key is, guys, to keep planting seeds of the things that you want to see in your life, in your industry, in your business, and those things will present themselves. Just like I've been kind of saying all day, this is an initiative that I've been working on and I've been researching. I mean, this has been like 2 years, y'all. Should I count this year? I guess technically you could count this year. I started 2 years ago on this goal to have this movement with craft. We'll join the movement because they already have a movement. So really, I'm just joining the movement and just really amplifying, I would say, amplifying the voices of the people, the boots on the ground, and the men. Not just the men, but the women too, because the women have to, they got to speak up and say, hey, what's your view? Because what it is a lot of stigmas, and that's, everybody goes through stigmas, right? Anything that you do, you're gonna have a stigma with. But it's about flying above that stigma. And when it comes to a stigma, it takes for people to speak out about it. You know what I mean? Have awareness and things like that about it, so that when you are, I'm just fixing up my little frame right here, so that when it's time, you can actually help people understand. And I think that's really the biggest deal, is the understanding and the unknown. Because when you don't know something, or if you had a bad experience with a man or something like that, it might kind of, you know, change your opinion. Or, you know, it's a cultural thing too. So I think we have to normalize, men in childcare. All right, guys. So listen, I want to cut this video down here because I don't want it to be too long.